2000X AD. Household robots Rock and Roll were created by master robot designer Dr. Light, and were enjoying their peaceful days. Then, one day, the industrial robots all over the world went on a rampage, and the world fell into total chaos. Dr. Light quickly realized that mad scientist Dr. Wily was behind the nefarious deed, but he didn't know what to do. Rock, having a strong sense of justice, volunteered to be converted into a fighting robot. Thus the super robot, Mega Man, was born. Mega Man shattered Dr. Wily's plans 3 times. And now, world peace has been maintained, but history repeats itself. Dr. Cossack, a mysterious scientist, has invented 8 powerful robots, and have been sent after Mega Man. Mega Man starts for the battle again. This time equipped with the powerful new Mega Buster! Hey guys, it's the Metal Blade 5. Welcome to my Let's Play of Mega Man 4 as part of doing Mega Man 4, 5, and 6 like what I did with the first 3 games. Mega Man was kind of in need of a continuation. I've been kind of meaning to do 4, 5, and 6 together for some time. It's just that with Mega Man 11 on the way, it was finally time that I got the boot shoved off my ass for me to finally do this. And as you can tell, I am playing this from the Legacy Collection, specifically from the Switch, although I had to buy the 2 versions separately because the compilation version was never released in Europe. And the reason why I'm playing on the Legacy Collection is just because the borders make it look nicer. That's all. Anyway, let us start this game. So this time we have Dr. Cossack, yes, that is seriously his name, who has created the Robot Masters, with this group being Ringman, Dive Man, Skull Man, Pharaoh Man, Bright Man, Toad Man, Drill Man, and Dustman. Now, most people like to go after Toadman first, and he is the easiest out of the 8 of them. But for me, I personally like to go after Drillman first, for reasons you shall see later. Drillman! Now, as mentioned in the opening, Mega Man has the new Mega Buster. This is the first time that the arm cannon is actually called the Mega Buster. I just called it the Mega Buster for 1, 2, and 3 just because I thought that was more cooler than just saying the arm cannon. And as such, you can now charge up your shot! Of course, the more you charge up, the more damage that it does. You know, you get the gist of it. Unfortunately, you have these annoying ladybug enemies constantly going after you at the beginning of this level. But it's fine from here on. And then this is our game's version of the big jumping enemy. Luckily, he's pretty easy to take out there. Basically, all the tougher enemies are quite easy to take out this time around because of the charge shot. As you'd expect with Jill Man being more of a sort of construction-ish sort of theme, we do have Mets in this level. They pretty much work the same as they did in the past, except sometimes they can walk forward, and for some reason these guys are flying around differently than what they did before. We also have the Bullet Bats back as well. A lot of enemies returning this time, with them, again, following the same sort of gist as they did before. Gotta be careful with the spikes, because of course, in Mega Man, spikes are instant death. And continue on. Now, I have a little bit of a weird history with this specific life here. And, as you can tell, when I charge up the shot, it also causes the life to sort of, you know, start flashing the same colors. Let's see if I can get it. No, I can't. However, this is a new feature introduced in the Legacy Collections. You can rewind for a bit of time and obviously sort of undo your mistakes. I only showed it off there just to show that it's there. I'm not going to spam it just because, you know, it's kind of cheap when obviously I'm trying to do this seriously, but okay. And then take this guy out. The ladybugs go down about like 2 shots, but 1 with the charge shots, and I believe... No, there's not. I remember this section, though. This section's a little bit annoying. You've got these cannons here. You can only damage them when they open up. And it's a little bit annoying as well when you're trying to avoid their shots in the process. Okay, and then 1 more left to go through. Oh, come on. Ah! This last one always trips me up. Come on. No, oh, Jesus Christ, there! Done! Now next, you also have the return of energy tanks, and also the return of Rush. Of course, we start off with Rush Coil, allowing us to jump very high up. This is actually a very good spot for grinding energy tanks. You can replay Robot Master levels after you defeat them. These enemies, when they get close to you, they start doing the deja vu meme and spinning around all the time, so you gotta take them out. 1 charge shot should do it. When they're spinning around, though, they are invincible, so be careful for that. But that spot with the energy tank is very good for grinding. You can replay Robot Master levels and sort of just keep getting a ton of those. I might do that myself, but we have these falling rocks here, and these U enemies. They fly around for a bit, then they'll stick to the ground, and then they'll start firing shots from that point. So you obviously want to take them out before they can do that. You can destroy those rocks as they fall. If those rocks touch the ground, then they will split off into a bunch of smaller pieces that will also hurt you. I think they do the same amount of damage regardless, but yeah, it can be kind of annoying. Anyway, for these light switches, Mega Man has to actually touch them in the background, and I forgot to jump there, but okay. I mean, shoot. Oh, god damn it! There. And there. Oh, thank you for the life I get. I think I might have jumped too early. Okay, never mind. That one's quite annoying because you gotta jump up. Okay. Now this section is also a little bit tricky. You gotta jump like right on the edge in order to get there. Then this is just the ending stretch. I can skip this guy. I forgot to mention the slide is also back. Haven't really gotten to use it so far, but it's gonna be very helpful for taking on Drill Man. Drill Man can be a little bit tricky when fighting him without his weakness, but I've known to be able to defeat him quite well. His main thing is that, of course, he buries underground. He's invincible when he does the animation when burying underground, and then I just slide around, and then make sure to shoot him. When he pops out of the ground, he'll sometimes do this, where he'll fire a bunch of bombs all over the place and jump around as well. But he can also just go back underground again. So you just keep that up, and for some reason the slide is not working this time. Whoop! I did not mean to rewind there, I just hit the button accidentally, and it threw me off for a second. Okay. We're about neck and neck. I just gotta hope that he stops doing that, because it can be a little bit tricky when he does that. I think it's when you get a bit close to him that he starts doing it. But yeah, I'm probably gonna die right now. Oh god! Why is he just jumping around the place? Okay, we got back to it being neck and neck again. Oh god. I'm screwed. Oh! Yes! Just barely managed it! Oh, yes! Whew! I thought I was gonna die there, and I was gonna be really nervous there because I was at full health. You got Drill Bomb! This is those projectile attacks he was shooting out that explode on contact. It's a very powerful weapon, and from defeating Drill Man, you also get Rush Jet! This is pretty much the main reason why I go after Drill Man first, because Rush Jet is so helpful in this game. There's the password system, but with the Legacy Collection, you can save the game, so it's not really needed here unless you want to do it like a really classic example here. But anyway, now that Drill Man is down, time to go after the easiest of them. Toadman! Toadman is weak to the Drill Bomb, but you don't need it. Trust me. Anyway, this beginning section is actually quite annoying because you got rain which pushes you back when you're in the air. The main enemies for this part are these flying... They look like penguins, which doesn't make any sense why they're flying. They also got these umbrella enemies. When the umbrella enemies touch the ground, they will shoot their umbrella at you. But you can generally take them out pretty fast before that can happen. Oh, no, what the hell's with all the lives right now? Okay. I might need to use some of them up here, though. Ugh. That one's not so bad, but there are some trickier jumps later on. Oh, God. Oh. I'm surprised they even made that. Oh, thank you for the health. I'm getting exactly what I need every time! Ooh. The charge shot does also pass through enemies if you kill anybody with it, which is very nice. Oh, God. I rarely ever see them actually shoot out their umbrellas, so that surprises me. Maybe I can get something, a little bit of health. That's alright. But anyway, now there's the main part of the level. Now the gimmick changes to these currents of water that are going to push you around. We also have these rat enemies that jump around. And this weird jelly enemy that sticks to the ceiling and then sort of goes to the ground. And then just starts sliding around the place before it jumps back up. Anyway, got these platforms again. When you're standing on the ground, it does work similar to the rain. Whenever you're under one of these waterfalls, your jump is severely reduced in height. And he just kills himself, okay. And gotta be careful here. Ooh. Alright then, close to the end. I'm always a little bit nervous about this part because of the tiny gap. Because knowing my luck, what the hell's all the lives? What the hell? Anyway, this is pretty much the one thing that I dislike the most about Toadman's stage, though, is the mini-boss here, this giant snail. He shoots out a bomb, which causes an explosion when it hits the ground. You can only damage him in the eyes when he opens them, which is only whenever he attacks. He has another attack there where he shoots out his eyes. And he takes, like, forever to kill. The drill bomb makes it a little bit faster, but not that much. Okay, moving on. I believe... Oh, yes. Oh, that doesn't have anything. Okay, I'm getting confused with something else. Anyway, now we have to do the same thing, but we're in the currents of water. Especially with, obviously, the waterfall messing up our jump. The waterfall does not push you anywhere, but, you know, it's not good. And these bombs are surprisingly not doing that much damage to me. Oh, shit. Of course, as you can tell, there are bottomless pits on the side as well, which makes this harder as well. Thank God. There, I was worried about that the most. Okay, this is the end section of the stage. All you gotta worry about here are these annoying dicks. The knockback caused me to fall right off. Okay. And I could use Rush Jet to get past this, but I don't really feel like I need him. I might need him here. I don't want to take any chances of that. That jump seems a bit risky. There, this should be the last part. Or not? Okay, now it is. Just drop down, and now we can deal with Toadman, who I can easily beat without the Mega Buster. Obviously, every other Mega Man player will obviously know why Toadman is so easy. Probably the easiest Robot Master in the whole series, but in case you haven't, get ready for a treat here. As we wait for the HP to go up. It takes forever for the enemy HP. That's his main attack. He jumps around the place. As long as you keep hitting him, no matter what weapon it is, even with just the regular Mega Buster, he will constantly jump back and forth. The only thing that's a little bit worrisome for me is that sometimes I kind of forget to move far enough. Whoa. If you don't hit him, he will cause this screen nuke attack where he creates a bunch of rain. So be careful. You gotta make sure you keep shooting him to avoid taking damage. And as long as you keep doing this, he will never attack you. It is ridiculous. There. I got hit once, and that was only because I was not expecting the jump from the very beginning. I thought he was going to try and use his rain attack. And I believe the rain attack is his only form of actual offense other than just touching you. But while Toadman is pathetically easy, his weapon is one of the best in the game. We're already starting off with probably my two favorite weapons in this game. We get Rain Flush, that is the rain attack. Just like with Toadman, it is a screen nuke. And for defeating Toadman, you also get Rush Marine. So that is all of Rush's abilities already gone straight from the get-go. Rush Marine is much more situational, though, than Rush Jet. Now, from this point, it is literally just going after boss weaknesses. And the Robot Master that is weak to Rain Flush is... Brightman! However, I really do not like Brightman's stage. I find the stage very annoying. The main gimmick is that you have these light enemies. They will cause the entire screen to go dark if you kill them, but you have these firework enemies that will light it back up again. The light bulb enemies also drop these shots that split in 5 different directions. Now, I remember this part. Yeah, there's a bit of a jump there. I did a little bit of a playtest of most of the Robot Master stages before doing this, just to prepare myself. We also have these totem pole enemies. They shoot out shots after a while. And then we also have these grasshoppers that use as platforms. You gotta kill the totem poles fast, otherwise... Yeah, this is the main thing I don't like about the stage. It can be pretty slow if you don't take them out fast enough. You gotta jump with the other one, and again, watch out for the spikes. And then watch out for the bottomless pit with this one. Now, this one I also know we get introduced to a new enemy. these guys. They shoot out shots from the main cannon, and they shoot out shots from their back that move in an arcing pattern, although you're not using it here, and they never will. If you go up that ladder on the right, there is a big energy pellet in case you need to recover HP, but I don't. Then you got these enemies that roll around on the floor, which are very simple to take out. I call those big enemies with the shots the gumball machines, because that's just what they look like to me. And, oh god, well I guess you see them in action here, and I can just avoid them easily. Now, this part, yes, we have an optional pathway here, and this gives us to another gimmick of this stage, eventually. We have these platforms here. When they get to the end, they... Well! Yeah, I use Rush Jet to always get back through this, just because I don't want to take the risk with the platforms, because the platforms, like, have quite a lot of space in between them. Gotta use Rush Core to get back up, because it's impossible to just jump back up there. Okay, I could use Rush Jet to get all the way through here, but I don't want to obviously run out of weapon energy on the way back. So they fall off at the end, and eventually the green one doesn't. Okay, there, the green one does not fall off at the end, and you get an energy tank and a life for that. I have... Is that 6? I think that's a 6. It looks a bit like an 8, though. Okay, now that we've done all that, we just use Rush Jet to get all the way back. And move up a little bit, just in case I hit the platforms and I fall back down. So continuing from where we left off, we got more grasshoppers and thus more totem poles to deal with. Not this case, but... And not this case. And now we got 2 of them moving at the same time. I don't want you going that way. It's a bit confusing when you got the 2 sprites overlapping each other. Okay, that one was easy because the bottom one decided to fire the shot. And then... No! No, I shouldn't have done that. Sorry. That's me thinking, no, I could do that, but no, I should just take the death there. Okay, doing this properly this time. Another strategy you could possibly do, if you wanted to, is if you get hit by the totem pole, you can use the invincibility frames to get past it. And then you don't have to worry about the spikes. But I don't! Oh, thank god. Then he just falls down the pit. Now, there's some weapon energy there. I don't really need it for any sort of the main weapons, but I could use it for Rush Jet. So, just get Rush Coil back here. There's going to be a little bit tricky because it's a very tight fit. Thank god. Rush obviously... I'm stupid. I wasn't thinking because I was busy talking. Rush obviously does not appear on top of ladders and things like that, so the hitbox could have been a bit wonky there. But anyway, this is also the ending stretch of Frightman's stage, so... Got more of these assholes to deal with. Luckily, the platforms do not disappear. And I just die anyway. Back here again, I had to take quite a bit of damage because I got stuck on one of the totem poles because it just wouldn't die for the life of me. So I just had to touch it and use the invincibility frames to get past it like I was saying earlier. I'm worried about that shot. Thank god. We got a lot more of these platforms. Gotta jump at just the right time for a lot of them. And... Oh god. No. I'm not expecting to beat Brightman on my first try anyway because I'm so low on HP. So I'm just going to do what I generally do. Just try to do it with the Buster only. And then just obviously use the weapon energy the next time. So I don't obviously, waste weapon energy. Because as you guess, since the Rain Flush is a screen nuke, it uses a lot of weapon energy. The main thing with Brightman is he fires these regular shots. However, eventually... Or not. There, he does this. He stops... time. And the annoying thing about that is that he often jumps towards the exact spot you are in. He's actually programmed to jump right where you're supposed to go. Going in with Rain Flush this time. Let's see how much faster he goes down. Doesn't matter what you shoot it because he's gonna get hit anyway. I noticed that he often jumps a lot more, though, when you're using your Rain Flush. I don't know if it's a programming thing or it's just a weird... But look how much fucking damage he does when he jumps to you and he goes to the exact spot you're in, regardless of wherever you're standing. It's so obnoxious. And... Oh, just barely. Thank god. If you can manage to shoot the Rain Flush just before he stops time, he'll still get hit. And that's precisely how I won there. You got Flash Stopper. This stops time. And Flashman's weapon in Mega Man 2 was called the Time Stopper, so it makes me wonder why they just didn't have the other names. Anyway, like I did with Mega Man 1, 2, and 3, I'm just gonna do 3 Robot Masters per episode. So, next time on Mega Man 4, we're gonna continue taking down Dr. Cossack's Robot Masters with the Robot Master that is weak to the Flash Stopper. So take care, and I'll see you guys next time.